Well, hello again, all here on Friday, September the 24th. I just looked at it, and I'm already second-guessing myself. Yes, Friday, September the 24th. So, I already did my Pepsi soda cream soda. That'd be a really weird flavor. I would have to try it, though. Might have to be a punishment video. I don't know. That's uploading. It said it had 18 minutes left to upload. So while that uploaded, and I had my setup all ready to go here, I thought, to be in a somewhat timely manner, I would do, I don't even know where the top of it is, 2021 pickups. This is all of my movie pickups, DVD, Blu-ray, blah, 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 movie, TV show, whatever, pickups from, Vacaday 2021, and I thought I would do, oops, I'm smashing my chips, because as I was discussing, I found out I did do the pickups from 2020. We went on vacation in, like, September, and then I didn't do them, I didn't do, it was like September 2020, but then I didn't do the 2020 pickups until March of 2021. So there was a few months in between. Now it's a few days. I'm still awake. I haven't... Oh, shit. I had to say something. Okay. But anyway, this is movies and TV shows and blah, blah, blah. DVD, movie, blah, 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 blah. DVD, Blu-ray that I picked up from many different we did a lot of... flea marketing. There was some, we did stop off at a Big Lots. I think I might have picked up a couple of movies at a Big Lots. If I can remember, like Salvation Army, Goodwill. I picked up some at Goodwill. If I remember where I picked them up, I might tell you. Otherwise, you might not care. I don't know. So these are all in bags here. So I'm going to... These two were on the outside of. These obviously were two from Big Lots because they have the Big Lots sticker on them. And I thought this was cool. Friday the 13th, Part 3 in 3D. Now, see, it has the Big Lots sticker on it. And it was only $3 for the Blu-ray version of this. Now, I have a Blu-ray player that will do 3D movies, but I do not have a 3D TV. But this supposedly... has two pairs of 3D glasses in it. So, I don't actually know if you need... I assume you need the 3D TV. I've been intending, I mean, for many, obviously, many years, I've been intending to get a 3D TV. We're going to pop this baby open and see the... Oh, yep, here they are. My two pairs of 3D glasses. Important notice, the Blu-ray disc is manufactured to the highest quality available. It is possible this Blu-ray disc was manufactured after your Blu-ray disc player. To ensure the best possible viewing experience, your Blu-ray disc player may need a firmware or software update. Please consult your hardware manufacturer's website for the latest firmware, blah, 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 blah. That was from 2008. So, if you see that there, 2008. So, I don't know. I don't know if this will work with the TV that I currently have, or if I would need a 3D TV, because I have a lot of 3D Blu-rays that I need to... I intend someday to actually get a I mean, I'm going to have to save up for it, because now that they're out of print, they cost, like, a pretty penny. A pretty penny. So, I don't know. I might try to watch this and just see what happens with the TV, with the setup that I have now. One of the other things that I got while I was... And this is... these two happen to be horror movies. But you may have seen from the package, I think there was a kids show. So these are all different kinds of genres, multi-genre, but Keep Watching is, so they're not all going to be horror movies. A lot of them might be horror movies, but not all of them are going to be horror movies. We're watching you. A family imprisoned by intruders is forced to play a terrifying game. As the night unfolds, the game's mysterious rules become clear, and the family realizes their nightmare is being streamed live to riveted viewers all over the world, who are compelled to keep watching, not knowing if what they're seeing is real or staged. So, and the kid from Walking Dead is in there. Chandler Riggs, that's his name, right? I think. Oh, Bella Thorne is also in this movie? Okay. I don't know much about her, but I think she was in the Scream TV series. You know, maybe playing the Drew Barrymore role. Chucky is coming on. The series Chucky series is coming on in October sometime, right? Is it coming on? I don't know. And I Know What You Did Last. That's on Sci-Fi. I just heard that there's a I Know What You Did Last Summer coming on Amazon TV. So I have Amazon Prime. Does that mean that I have Amazon TV? I have no idea. But anyway, this sounded pretty paint by numbers kind of horror movie. It's, you know, not exactly anything new to the genre, but it sounded like it might be an interesting watch. You know, I guess if you get invested in the characters and you're like, oh my god, are they going to die? Are they not going to die? Who knows? I just kind of threw everything together here. So there's that. Speaking of, maybe I'll do this. This was like I said, it's not all good. This is a Halloween thing. Buttons and Rusty and the Halloween Party. Says Buttons and Rusty. Apparently, I guess this is... I don't know how well known these characters are. And the Halloween Party and which is which. It's Halloween in Chucklewood Park, and everyone is busy carving pumpkins and getting ready for the big Halloween party. As Buttons and Rusty are trick-or-treating, they discover two costume burglars sneaking around the park. With a little help from the Chucklewood gang, Buttons and Rusty capture the thieves and join the party for a happy Halloween. So, I just thought that was, you know, it's a little Halloween video. I thought maybe that'd be kind of fun to watch, I guess. And it was cheap, if I remember correctly. But I thought, why not? I'll give it a shot. I don't know who Buttons and Rusty are, but they had their own Halloween special, I suppose. Maybe I'll just go ahead and do these. So that I can try to put it back in the bag the way that I had it. Kind of, in a way, maybe. We'll stick those there. Let's see, where did I get these from? These were from a flea market, some flea market somewhere. The one with the birds. I don't know if I filmed the birds, but I don't know if they sell the birds or if the birds are like their pets. I don't know. But they had a lot of movies at this flea market. And one of them was Freddy vs. Jason. It's got the shiny cover, so you know me. I gotta have that shiny cover, man. Just gotta have it. And, I mean, you know, I remember watching this movie. I don't necessarily... I mean, I think it was just kind of cool to have them together, I guess. It wasn't really... the back is all shiny, too. Woo! So just having the two characters face off against each other was kind of cool. And I know there was always talk of doing more things like that. Like, I think I heard that, of course, I mean, in Full Moon, they had that sci-fi movie that shall not be named with the Puppet Master versus the Demonic Toys. The Full Moon doesn't even count that one. Like, if you get their set of, like, the full movies or whatever, like, of course, they may not have the rights, you know, to put that movie in their sets and make money off of it. I don't know, but they, as far as I can tell, they act like it doesn't exist. And there's part of me that does not blame them. But yeah, and I think there was supposed to be, like, was it supposed to be Chucky versus the Leprechaun? There was supposed to be somebody versus the Leprechaun. I don't know. I think Full Moon actually did Ginger Dead Man versus the Evil Bong, too. But I don't know. So I you know, just play around with different genres, or not genres, but different characters, I guess. So, just kind of fun thing to do. The next movie that I got from there was District B13, and this is an action movie that I kind of always wanted to watch. I think I've had it on my Netflix, because I still get DVDs from Netflix. I have one around here somewhere that came over from the house, so I've actually had it sitting. It's packed away somewhere in one of these bags somewhere for like 2 years. Have I lived here for 2 years now? So, whoops. They'll get it back eventually, I'm sure. Yeah, all right. But this is like an action movie, and it's done by the Luc Besson. Is that how you say his name? The same guy who did Fifth Element. So I've always wanted to watch his other movies. There's one called Angel A that I've never gotten a chance to watch, and it says, blows past you like a hurricane, rock you like a hurricane, a dizzying ricochet of wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling, roof-to-roof daredevilry. This is guaranteed. You will not be able to take your eyes off the screen. District B13, Paris, 2010. So, the future. When did this movie come out? 2006 is what it says down here. The future. An isolation wall surrounds the ghetto cities of District B13. Within these walls, without effective law enforcement, gang rule is obsolete. Absolute. I think I was trying to say obsolete. Blah, blah. I don't know. Damien is a member of the elite police squadron, highly trained in martial arts. He goes undercover to infiltrate a gang in order to defuse a neutron bomb and save District B13 from annihilation. Damien recruits the help of a criminal named Lieto, whose only goal is to save his sister from the clutches of the same gang. Non-stop acrobatic kung fu apocalypse madness. So, that sounds like a good time to me. And, you know, like I said, it's done by Luc Besson, which is the Fifth Element guy. And, of course, the Fifth Element is just amazing. So, hopefully his other movies will be amazing as well. And I don't know, I didn't check to see what was inside of here, but there may be tobacco in here. I don't know. Okay. That one is maybe one you wouldn't expect me to buy. So we'll save that one for last. This, I'm not sure I've ever heard of this. This is actually a double feature. It is, and I don't know, I mean, that might be okay. Thunderbirds, but it is double featured with something called Heartbeeps, which sounded kind of interesting. Bernadette Peters and Andy Kaufman, also starring Randy Quaid. Thunderbirds has Bill Paxton. I assume the Thunderbirds is based off of the old show with the puppets. I remember they tried to bring that back in the 90s, I think, and it didn't go over very well. It's no, you know, Team America World Police. Thunderbirds take off with the Thunderbirds, armed with the latest high-tech vehicles and gadgets. The Tracy family tackles global rescue operations on a daily basis, but when their archenemy, the Hood, Ben Kingsley, sabotages the Thunderbirds as part of his master plan to rob the world's richest banks, it's up to Alan, the youngest Tracy, to spring into action before disaster strikes. Loaded with non-stop thrills, you'll love the full-throttle family adventure that has fans cheering, Thunderbirds are go. I think that was their main saying. But I bought it more for this movie up top, because this seemed like I'd never heard of this movie before, and it seemed like something unique. Heartbeeps. Get ready for a futuristic love story like no other, as Andy Kaufman and Bernadette Peters star in this charming offbeat romantic comedy. While standing at the bleak factory repaid shelf, Valcom 17485, Andy Kaufman, a robot valet, and hostess robot Aquacom 89045, Bernadette Peters, strike up a conversation. What starts as an instant connection soon transforms into love, and the two decide to override their programmed lives and explore the forbidden world beyond the factory window. So that just kind of I mean, maybe, you know, it might be kind of, you know, just say it's a romantic comedy, but it might be interesting. Okay, Heart Beeps was apparently from 1981. Thunderbirds was from 2004. So that might be one of those unique movies. I might have to post that in that group that Tanya had me join about the unique movies. I need my light, please. Hello, thank you. That's my computer screen. Well, my TV, my computer screen. So since that just seemed like a unique movie that I might never find again, so I decided I would buy that DVD so I would have it and never watch it, because that's how I do. That is how I do. Okay, and this last one, which is the one that you might not expect me to buy, because it's not a straight up sort of chick flick, but it was called Vamps, and it has Kristen Ritter in it, and I like Kristen Ritter ever since, well, I think I knew her a little bit because she was in Veronica Mars. There was something else I feel like I saw her in before. Of course, Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment 23, or Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. But I've always kind of liked her. And, she always kind of plays that, bitchy, rich, stuck-up character kind of thing. Unless she's playing, superhero in the Marvel Universe, or whatever. A fun cast of characters, for sure, but Silverstone and Ritter shine, because the other one is Alicia Silverstone. But I kind of wondered with the name like Vamps, and there's the little twist to it. Goody, Alicia Silverstone, and Stacy, Kristen Ritter, love the nightlife, clubbing, hooking up, and always looking for the next thrill, all the while keeping a big secret. They happen to be modern-day vampires. But even with lifetimes of dating experience behind them, the duo realizes they still have a lot to learn about love when Stacy unexpectedly falls for the son of a vampire hunter, and Goody runs into the man of her dreams from decades earlier. With their destinies at stake, the girls are faced with a difficult choice: give up their eternal youth for a chance at love, or continue to live their uncomplicated, fabulously single lives forever. Vamps is written and directed by Amy Heckerling, and also features an all-star supporting cast, including Sigourney Weaver, Richard Lewis, Dan Stevens, Justin Kirk, Wallace Shawn, Mary Lou Henner, and Kristen Johnston. So I know some of those people. But it just kind of seemed, since they are vampires, it just kind of seemed, and like I said, Kristen Ritter, I like her. So I figured it was worth it to give this movie a shot. And then, let's see what I got here in this bag, which apparently I bought at Walmart. I did not buy at Walmart. I don't know where I bought this. It looks like I bought it at probably a flea market or something. It's called Avas Possessions. The Exorcism is just the beginning. Maybe they are all horror movies. I don't know. I know they're not, though. I feel, well, they're not. I just showed some, action movies and some romantic comedies. But we're back to the horror movie. Ava is recovering from demonic possession. With no memory of the past month, she is forced to attend a Spirit Possessions Anonymous support group. As Ava struggles to reconnect with her friends, get her job back, and figure out where the huge bloodstain in her apartment came from, she is plagued by nightmarish visions. The demon is trying to come back. I guess I kind of thought this would be kind of interesting, because there's a lot of movies that deal with people being possessed and demonic possession, and the characters currently possessed. But there's not a whole lot of movies that I guess deal with the aftermath of it. Like becoming, possessed again or whatever. And, she's in this, support group or whatever for people who've been, shrewdly flips the formula on its head. So I kind of thought that would be kind of a different kind of, it's kind of like the last season of The Purge TV show. I think they had 2 seasons, right? Yeah. The second season of The Purge TV show actually spent time, it started with The Purge, and then an episode or 2 in, The Purge ends, and then we're dealing with, life outside The Purge until at the end of the season, the next year's Purge comes again. But I thought that was kind of a different, it was kind of nice to see. Of course, I haven't seen all the Purge movies. I've seen the first one. I haven't seen any of the rest of them. But I thought it was kind of interesting because, usually during the Purge movies and whatnot, we're deep in the deep within the Purge itself. So I kind of thought the second season of the Purge was kind of an interesting look at seeing, how these people's lives were affected and what kind of things were going on, outside of after the Purge was over and dealing with the fallout and whatever and blah, 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 blah. So that was kind of the same thing with this dealio. Is kind of like, well, what happens after you've been possessed and, kind of thing. Seeing it from a different side, maybe. So I'll just wrap that back up and put that back in there and try to keep it a little bit together. Now this one I know I found at a Goodwill, and it's called Al Cartuna. Night is the Mirror. So this just kind of looked weird. I don't know. Arts KC. It's One Night in a Forgotten Cabaret, Music and Dreams Collide, a film by Al Cartuna and Phil Kynan, directed by Brian Hicks. This seemed like, very independent, I guess. Possibly a local artist did this. I don't actually know. Night is the Mirror, a film, blah, blah, blah. We already know that. Starring Al Cartuna, whoever that is. That name keeps popping up. And D.D. DeVille. Anyway, it doesn't really tell me. This film was made possible by a grant from the Arts KC Fund and the generous support of PresentMagazine.com. Gravity Inc., Outpost Worldwide, Screenland Theaters, and the friends and fans of Al Cartuna. So maybe I need to look up Al Cartuna, because it doesn't really it doesn't give me a plot to whatever the hell this is. It just looks odd and weird and like a very unique experience to be had. So I don't know. It doesn't. It just tells me sound design, lighting design, produced by, production, theatrical direction, story supervision, blah blah blah. But it doesn't tell me what it's about. I guess One Night in a Forgotten Cabaret, Music and Dreams Collide. So this could be very weird, creepy. I'm not sure what this is, but it was just interesting enough. I'm like, I saw this on the shelf and I'm like, I can't not buy this because I have no idea what it is, but it is very intriguing. And I guess eventually, maybe someday, I will find out what the hell it is. Of course, you know me. I gotta, it's gonna go back in this bag to be forgotten. That's what it's gonna do. Okay, let's see here. What should I grab next? I don't know. Maybe I should start at the bottom of this bag. That was apparently Goodwill. I guess I found this at Goodwill. It's in a Goodwill bag anyway. But some of it I just kind of threw together. These might be Goodwill. I think I found these. Yeah, Goodwill in Joplin. We went to a couple different stores. Oh, because there was the other store that had that was for the wounded veterans or whatever. I'll do that one last. I'll do these at the top, maybe. Some of the more maybe well-known movies that I always should have owned and never did. Liar Liar, Jim Carrey. This is just comedic, Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey at the height of being Jim Carrey. Like this is just one of those classic Jim Carrey movies that, like, if you don't know, if you've never heard of liar, liar. Basically, his son makes a wish because he's a lawyer and he's he's more concerned with his job really than his family. His family kind of stays on the wayside. So his son, I believe it's his birthday wish, maybe. He's like, I wish my dad wasn't able to lie. And the boy's wish comes true. So he, goes about his day trying to not lie. Or, well, he goes through his day trying to lie, but is not able to do so. So, hijinks ensue, and, I don't actually remember all of the movie. I remember, I guess, parts of it, different scenes that everybody always quotes, But, so, it's a fun little movie. Fun little movie that I always should have owned. And another one that I always should have owned, that I remember enjoying, it's been a long time since I've seen this movie, but Uncle Buck. I have never owned Uncle Buck, and now I do thanks to the Goodwill in Joplin. I don't actually remember, I think he isn't, I guess I can read the back, since I don't really remember, but, This doesn't even have the thing off the top. Almost like it's never been opened. I don't know. But he's just kind of the... If I remember correctly, he's kind of the crazy uncle that, like, comes to help take care of the kids or something, and hilarity ensues. John Candy stars in this John Hughes comedy as an idle, good-natured bachelor who's left in charge of his nephews and nieces during a family crisis. Unaccustomed to suburban life, fun-loving Uncle Buck soon charms his younger relatives Miles and Maisie with his hefty cooking and his new way of doing the laundry. But his carefree style doesn't impress everyone, including Tia, his rebellious teenage niece, and Janice, his impatient girlfriend. Shanice? I don't know. Uncle Buck is the last person you think of to watch the kids, but with a little luck and a lot of love, he manages to surprise everyone in this heartwarming family comedy. So, I remember enjoying this movie. But I have never owned it. And I need to reacquaint myself with this film. Definitely, for sure. And now, I can. Once again, I remember enjoying this movie. Fans... I don't remember exactly how this movie went over with fans. But I don't own the movie Spawn. Or at least I didn't own the movie Spawn, and now I do. I believe he dies and goes to hell and comes back as like a... so he's kind of like a good bad character kind of thing. Where'd we go? Oh, imagine a creature on the verge of creation. From comic book legend Tom McFarlane comes the live-action special effects movie event of the year, Spawn. Michael Jai White, John Leguizamo, and Martin Sheen star in a battle beyond good, beyond evil, and beyond imagination. I don't remember... I remember enjoying this movie okay. It was kind of one of those, superhero movies back in the day kind of thing. I remember liking Blade better, but this was okay for what it was. And John Leguizamo, he plays the clown, which isn't... I don't see him on the back anywhere here. And it's kind of one of those... Maybe he's on the inside somewhere. Yeah, there he is. There's the clown. He plays that part very well. And then apparently there's a thing by Todd McFarlane in here. For some reason, he's just saying. I remember enjoying. I remember liking the movie. Okay, once again, I don't really remember exactly for sure what happens in it. But yeah, I believe he dies, and then is brought back to life to be kind of a reaper for the devil or something. Maybe I don't know for sure. I might be thinking of the TV show Reaper. It's been too long since, Spawn hasn't been in the mainstream quite the same way that, like, Avengers, X-Men, Justice League, kind of like all the main comic book movies. You know, I think I heard that they were thinking about, like, rebooting this at some point, but I don't know if they're going to. But I didn't own it, and now I do. So I can, once again, as I've said before, reacquaint myself with it. Now another one that I have, and I didn't just buy this because it has Christopher Eccleston in it, who was Doctor Number 9. It might have been part of the reason I decided to go ahead and buy this movie. But it also has Ewan McGregor, Shallow Grave, and Carrie Fox. I don't think she's as well known. A starkly riveting little thriller, apparently. Three friends push the boundaries of trust in this hermetically sealed shocker, according to the Los Angeles Times. From the creators of Trainspotting, starring Carrie Fox, Christopher Eccleston, and Ewan McGregor, Shallow Grave is a masterpiece of terror, riddled with hairpin turns that takes you on a fantastic ride to the lowest depths of human nature. Juliet, David, and Alex find that their new reclusive roommate has not left the bedroom for days. After kicking in the door, they discover his drug-overdosed corpse, and a suitcase full of money. Ooh. Fatefully choosing to keep the money, they know they have to get rid of the remains, but the body won't stay buried, and a careless trail from the shallow grave leads the police and two money-hungry thugs back to the trio. And as the stakes get higher, so does the body count, not to mention their paranoia, which is quickly putting their friendship in jeopardy forever. So, it sounded like it could be an interesting, starkly riveting little thriller, according to San Francisco Examiner. So, and it has Christopher Eccleston in it. So, you know, I do what I do. It just seemed like it might be kind of one of those things, like maybe a little bit, you know, paint by numbers. But I mean, there might be, you know, the body won't stay buried. Like maybe it could be like a kind of horror movie, like maybe kind of ghosty, maybe kind of, or you know, maybe he's not really dead, kind of thing. Who knows? But anyway, something that I was happy to find. Well, maybe not necessarily happy to find there, but this is a complete little doodly daddy here. It's a Tartan Asia Extreme Natural City, and it has this, and it has this. It has the whole set. It has the DVD case, which sometimes that might be all you find, and then it has the outer case, which is the same thing, but it's an outer case, so you get the whole thing. The highly anticipated sci-fi masterpiece. It says, supposedly, a modern Blade Runner, but hopefully not as boring as Blade Runner. I finally watched Blade Runner after many years, and I was not a fan, I gotta say. But, I mean, it might have been pretty to look at, but I don't know. There just wasn't much to it, from what I remember. I was expecting, I guess, a lot more action. I don't know. Rebuilt after a devastating war, the world of 2080, still the future, we're not in 2080 yet, has given rise to advanced technologies, including the creation of cyborgs. Created with artificial intelligence, human-like emotions, and great strength, they serve one master for their entire lifespan. When the cyborgs revolt, R and Noma, R's best friend and commander, lead an elite military squad ordered to eliminate the rebellion. Unbeknownst to anyone, R has fallen in love with Rhea, his cyborg, and is illegally harvesting AI chips from dead cyborgs in order to save her life. Torn between his love for Rhea and the battle to save mankind, humanity's fate hang in the balance. So it sounds like it could be an interesting action kind of movie. And then there's this little picture on the back that looks kind of creepy at the same time because the cyborg fell apart or something. I don't know. So it looked like it could be, you know, kind of some of these, you know, extreme Asian. I wonder if I was just trying to figure out if the sticker would come off, but maybe I shouldn't push it. but we can figure that out later, maybe. Oh, there. Without, I got enough. Without making too much of a, it's not sticky or anything. So yeah, this looked like it could be the Korean answer to The Matrix, apparently. There's a lot of, you know, sounds like a good sci-fi action, maybe, thriller kind of weird movie. So, and like I said, it had the whole thing. It had the, you know, the slip cover. You know me and slip covers. Then I found this. I'm not total. I think this is stand-up. Oh yeah, this is stand-up. I think I found this at the Goodwill or maybe at the other store. Brian Bushwood, Bizarre Magic. He's apparently been on Jay Leno, because that's according to Jay Leno. This guy here. You don't open it that way. It just looks like this. Says, at last, a funny, twisted magic show that doesn't insult your intelligence. For 8 years, Brian Bushwood's amazing Bizarre Magic Show has appeared at colleges nationwide, performing over 1,000 shows. The show is a tour de force of dangerous stunts, offbeat comedy, and award-winning magic. Oh, there's a little sticker on there. That's what. This is no ordinary magic show. Brian eats fire, conjures ghosts, reads minds, escapes from an audience-tied straitjacket, sticks nails in his eyes, jumps in broken glass, performs his outrageous human crazy straw, and more, all while keeping the audience laughing. So it sounds like, well, you know, of course, I don't know if anybody does it better or as well as the amazing Jonathan, but, you know, comedy, a mix of comedy and magic and whatever. Two things that I do enjoy. So I just kind of thought this was a thing. And once again, I mean, he might be bookings 866 eat fire. You can, I don't know if you can still contact him at that, because I don't know how old this is, what year this came out. I don't see anything that tells me. Interesting. Oh, 2008 demo disc. That's what it says on there. 2008, somewhere. Right about here. Where's my finger? I don't know. Where's my finger been? I don't know. I know, that's the problem. I know where they've all been. So apparently this was in 2008. Once again, kind of like with that other movie. It's kind of like I might never get another chance to find this anywhere. Yeah, so I do have a collection of, I don't know that I ever got that far in my DVD collection, my movie collection, DVD, whatever. But I do have some stand-up, you know, over there. So I can add this to have a unique, you know, a unique addition to my collection that no one else might have. So, haha. Suckers. And then the other thing that was in here was Candle Shoe, the VHS. It stars Jodie Foster, very young Jodie Foster, right there. I think that's her. That's got to be her. All right. Of course, she's down here too, I guess. David Nivens, Helen Hayes, Leo McKern. So I don't necessarily know who any of those other people are. But 14-year-old Casey Brown, Jodie Foster, is a tough, street-smart, parentless tomboy who is suddenly taken by a local detective to meet Harry Bundage, Leo McKern, a mysterious and somewhat sinister Englishman. Bundage has evidence that Casey might be Lady Margaret Courtney, fourth Marchioness? What? Of a great country estate called Candleshoe, who vanished in infancy after her parents died. Intrigued by his story, Casey agrees to cooperate with Bundage and his scheming plan to unlock the secret of a fortune of gold hidden somewhere in Candleshoe. After meeting the butler Priori, David Niven, and Lady Gwendolen St. Edmund, Helen Hayes, Casey's intentions begin to change, and her stay at Candleshoe turns out to be a lot more than she bargained for. Candleshoe is an exciting adventure brimming with high action and that special kind of quality called heart. Hi, Minxie. It's got this weird looking thing on the back, so it kind of sounded like a, well, of course it's in the plastic, so you can't really see it, but it looked like it would be an interesting kind of family, kind of, you know, one of those family adventure kind of things, kind of like, maybe like, you know, kind of a little bit fantasy, maybe. Could be interesting. Just kind of sounded like it could be an interesting, and like there again, like I've never heard of this movie, and the only way to find out if I like it is to watch it, I suppose. And buying it, well, I guess was the best way to find out. Not that, you know, I own things and then don't watch them, as we've discussed many times. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these back in here. And, I don't know, put these back on the corner, on the side. And then, we have a few left. I bought quite a few. I don't even know what's in here. Oh, these might have been some of the last ones that I picked up. I have my ticket in here. Peddler's Junction in Galena, Kansas. So, Peddler's Junction is where these came from. Neat. I now know where these came from. These are my last few movies. Oh, I was like, something else is in here. I bought more Best Bling for work. I have a shiny cat, and so now I have like a shiny octopus looking thing. I was like, what the heck else is in there? That. So a movie that I enjoyed a long time ago was The Skulls, and this is a double feature with The Skulls and The Skulls 2. I don't know if I ever saw The Skulls 2. I want to say that I did, but it's not the same cast or anything, but because it has, the original has Jonathan Jackson, and I kind of forgot Paul Walker. I had to look up his name. It's in here somewhere. But hey, it's a slipcover. Ta-da! I don't know if I ever owned The Skulls. I don't know. Deep within the hollowed walls of the Ivy League's most prominent campus, there exists a secret society where power and influence are bred. Only a few are chosen to join the group, where presidents are groomed, wealthy bloodlines bond, and devious plots are hatched. For Luke McNamara, Joshua Jackson, an invitation to join the prestigious secret college organization, The Skulls, is a dream come true. But when a fellow pledge gets caught up in murder, Luke finds himself alone amidst the sinister and well-connected brotherhood, and now he must summon the strength to stand up against immeasurable odds. So, and of course The Skulls 2 is basically the same plot, probably. Somebody gets involved with the Skulls, and trouble ensues. I don't remember liking it as much as, like, it was kind of one of those movies that was like, it's alright, you know. But it definitely wasn't as exciting as I wanted it to be, I think, if I remember correctly. But now I have Skulls 1 and Skulls 2. So, neat. Let's see. Which one should I do? We should end on a good note, maybe. This one, I think I've heard of this one. And you'll see. John Carpenter's The Ward. And it has a shiny slip cover. These were only $1. These DVDs that I bought. And this one, you know, has the shiny slip cover. Maybe not in the best condition, but hey, I've got it. Well made and incredibly tense. I've heard of this one. I think this is one that I was going to buy at one time and then never got around to actually buying. And now here it is. I got it for $1. Welcome to North Bend Psychiatric Hospital, an isolation ward for disturbed women that holds a terrifying secret. Kristen, Amber Heard, a beautiful but volatile young woman, finds herself bruised, cut, drugged, and held against her will at the sinister asylum. Trying to gain control of her memory and figure out how she got there, Kristen discovers that a savage, ghostly figure roams the halls at night. One by one, the other patients begin to disappear. To survive, Kristen must discover the horrifying truth of the ward. Legendary director John Carpenter, the mastermind behind Halloween, The Thing, and Escape from New York, is back in this suspenseful psychological shocker. Shocker. Apparently it's a shocker. Something like that. I don't know. So, I don't know. You figure it out. So it sounded, interesting. And it has the shiny slipcover. And it was $1. So, can't really pass that up. It'd be very hard to pass up. This one I'd never heard of before. Oh, and it's taped together. I guess I didn't notice that it was taped together. But it was $1. So, who gives a shit? Ooh, should I take that off? I don't know if I should take that off. Maybe. These are things to concern myself with later. It might have been taped together just so that nobody stole a movie. But it is called Island of the Dead. Oh! What's his name? Malcolm McDowell is in it. Oh, and Mos Def. Bruce Ramsey and Talisa Soto. I don't know who those first two people are, but millionaire developer Rupert King, Malcolm McDowell, has his sights set on developing a Hart Island in New York City's harbor. For over a century, New York City has buried their unknown dead there in mass graves. However, King disrespects the dead and is sure their final resting place will be perfect for his exclusive development. But when King is stranded on the deserted island for the night, he soon becomes hunted by the ravenous predators that lie buried beneath the earth. So, again, I'd never heard of this movie. It sounded interesting enough to buy for $1. And here it is. Maybe someday I will watch it. Now, I believe I've heard of this movie. And once again, it's probably one that you might not expect me to buy. But this is the last movie we have from my pickups from Vacaday 2021. And you might partially figure out why I bought it. This one was not $1. I think it was like $2 or $3. I can't remember exactly. But it is Arthur Christmas. And you see the shiny slipcover with all the snow and everything. Like, it's so sparkly, it's so nice and neat. But it was in pretty good condition. I think I've heard of this movie. The movie includes Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Justin Bieber. Okay. The best Christmas movie in years, a gem. How can Santa deliver billions of presents to the whole world in just one night, with an army of 1 million combat-style field elves and a vast state-of-the-art control center under the ice of the North Pole? So how could this incredible operation have missed one child? To Santa's young son, Arthur, it threatens to end the magic of Christmas. With retired Grand Santa, a rebellious elf, an old sleigh, and some untrained reindeer, Arthur sets out on a crazy mission to deliver the last present. Deck the halls with excitement, fun, and wonder in this new Christmas classic. So, it just looked like one of these animated movies, fun kind of, crazy animated movies. And it had the slipcover. I assume the Blu-ray and the DVD are both in here. Oh. You have to open the flap before you can open the whole thing. Did I know these were in here? Like, see, this is something that I like when I buy a movie, is that it has all the little doodly daddlies that came with it. Yeah, they're both in there. So, this movie was very well. You could save $1 on bologna, but they didn't do that. When did that expire? 12/31/13. So I missed it. Hotel Transylvania social game, and $2 off packing. The UPS store, a bunch of coupons for the UPS store. But I like it when all of this stuff is left in there, because it's just, I like all the little ads and stuff. So when I'm looking for movies to buy on eBay and whatever, if it says it comes with the slipcover, of course, I'm buying it. If it says it comes with all the dumb bullshit, like that's the version that I'm going to buy, because it has, I guess I like to feel like, I didn't miss out on something. Like, if I'd bought it brand new, all of this shit would have came with it. So, it's nice to have all that shit. Even if, like, the codes are expired and whatever, like, just feeling like I'm not missing something. I'm not missing, whatever. So, This could be a fun movie. I don't know. I've never watched it, but it had the slipcover. You know, I didn't open it, so I didn't notice that it had all the little doodly daddies in it. But I'm happy it has all the little doodly daddies in it. This was very well taken care of, and I appreciate that. And I think I can't remember if it was $2 or $3. I can't remember, but it was like super cheap, and it's like so sparkly. It's so sparkly, it's so shiny. So of course, I thought, well, if I end up liking this movie, now I've got the best version of it that I could have. So anyway, that is all of my pickups, and it didn't take me months to get to it either. Where is my... Oop. Let's see if... Oh. Well, the Pepsi soda has 24 minutes left to its upload. So it'll still be a while before you see this video, but at least, like I said, I actually made it. So I still have plenty of other pickup videos to do and other things. Lord only knows. You're supposed to see my eighth birthday party. I have another one of those bath bombs with the little trinket inside. I'm supposed to do the movie review for Hobbs. I need to get back on my collections over there to figure out where I left off with that. One day, I might get back on this. Maybe. We'll see. But anyway, at least this one was in somewhat of a timely manner. I mean, yeah, I just got back from vacation less than a week ago, and I actually got to it this time. So that was good, I suppose. But anyway, I guess that officially closes out Vacaday 2021. Oh my goodness. So I might eat, I might nap. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm going to get this video ready, and I will see you for what is... Yep.